Can I ask you something? Have you ever stood in front of the refrigerator, looked at everything inside, and thought, I honestly cannot decide what we're having for dinner? Not because there wasn't food, not because you don't know how to cook, you just couldn't decide. A few years ago, I probably would have thought something was wrong with me. Today, I think something completely different. I think moms get told all the time that we just need to become more organized, we need a better planner, a better calendar, a better routine. And while those things can absolutely help, I don't actually think that's why our brains are so tired. I think our brains are tired because we've been making decisions since before our feet even hit the floor that morning. Before breakfast, we've already decided what our kids are wearing, whether they need jackets, what's for breakfast. Do we have enough groceries? When's the next appointment? Did we answer that email? Do we need to call grandma? Did we remember the birthday gift? It's decision after decision after decision. No one really sees that work. But it's work. The other day, I caught myself standing in front of the refrigerator. I just stared. I wasn't scrolling my phone. I wasn't distracted. I was just stuck. And I remember thinking, why does this feel so hard? Then it hit me. Dinner wasn't hard. Dinner was simply the next decision in a very long line of decisions. It wasn't decision number 1. It was probably decision number 200, maybe more. And I laughed because I realized I'd been judging myself for something that wasn't actually the problem. I wasn't failing. I was mentally tired. Those are two very different things. Something I've noticed as a mom is that we tend to think carrying all of this in our heads somehow makes us better mothers. Almost like if I stop remembering everything, everything will fall apart. I used to believe that, honestly. Sometimes I still catch myself believing it. But here's what I've been learning. Just because I can carry everything doesn't mean I should. There's a verse I come back to often. James tells us that if anyone lacks wisdom, we should ask God, who gives generously. I love that because it reminds me that God never asked me to have every answer before breakfast. He never expected me to carry tomorrow while trying to live today. He invites us to ask, to receive wisdom, to lay things down instead of carrying them alone. One thing that's helped me lately is something really simple. When my brain starts feeling like there are 100 browser tabs open, I stop trying to organize everything in my own head. Sometimes I grab a notebook. Sometimes I pray. And sometimes I open ChatGPT. Not because I want AI to tell me how to be a mom. Not because I want it making decisions for my family. I simply need somewhere to think out loud. I literally type everything that's bouncing around in my head. The groceries, the appointments, the video ideas, the reminders, the random things I don't want to forget. Then I ask it something simple. Can you organize this into what needs my attention today? What can wait until later this week? And what I'm carrying that I don't actually need to think about right now? That's it. I don't need another productivity system. I just need help clearing enough space in my mind so I can go play with my daughter, because that's really what I'm after. Not getting more done, being more present. If you've been feeling like your brain is constantly full, I just want you to hear this today. I don't think you're failing. I think you've been doing invisible work that nobody else can see. Decision-making is work. Planning is work. Remembering everything is work. Maybe today the answer isn't trying harder. Maybe it's carrying less. Can I ask you one question before you go? What's one decision you're tired of making every single day? I'd genuinely love to know because I think so many of us are carrying the exact same things and we just don't talk about them enough. If this conversation encouraged you, I'd love for you to subscribe. Every week we have honest conversations about motherhood, faith, and using AI wisely to protect what matters most. Not because motherhood needs to be optimized. Because I believe moms deserve to feel present enough to actually enjoy the life they're working so hard to build. I'll see you in the next one.